The first day at a new school is tough for anyone. But for 15-year-old Amara, it felt like stepping into a war zone. She lingered at the school gates, oversized hoodie swallowing her frame. Thick glasses hiding her eyes, fingers clutching a worn backpack like armor. She wanted nothing more than to disappear, to slip through unnoticed. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Amara had left behind a quiet town after her father lost his job and her mother fell sick, forcing the family to move in with her strict aunt. Shy, quiet, and invisible by nature, she had spent years blending into the background, where no one could hurt her or, so she thought. This city school was different. Loud, harsh, unforgiving, and cruel. It didn't take long for the predators to spot her. Tristan, the ringleader, was exactly the kind of person she feared most. Confident, arrogant, and merciless. He thrived on attention, surrounded by a pack of loyal followers. And the moment he set his eyes on Amara, she knew her life here would never be the same. Nothing drew more attention than tormenting someone who wouldn't fight back. Amara quickly became their favorite target. They mocked her silence, sneered at her baggy clothes, and twisted her stutter into cruel jokes. Every day she endured it, head bowed, words swallowed, trying to make herself invisible. Then one rainy Thursday, it went too far. Amara had finished lunch, hiding in her usual quiet corner of the courtyard, when Tristan spotted her alone. He leaned toward his friends, whispering with a smirk, and they crept toward her like predators. Before she could react, hands grabbed her arms and legs, hoisting her off the ground. Her scream was lost in the rain and their laughter. Without warning, they tossed her into a nearby dumpster. The lid slammed with a deafening bang. Inside, the stench hit her rotten food, soggy paper, broken trays, and the cold seeped into her bones. Worse, though, was the humiliation, the helplessness, the sting of being laughed at like she was less than human. Amara froze for a moment, listening to the rain drip through a crack in the lid, trying to steady her shaking hands and racing heart. Rainwater mixed with the tears streaking down her cheeks. And then, something inside her stirred. A spark, faint but undeniable. A strength she had almost forgotten. Her father's words echoed in her mind. Never let the world decide who you are. Show them, prove them wrong. What Tristan and his gang didn't realize was that Amara wasn't as fragile as she appeared. She had been training in martial arts since she was 6, a skill her father had insisted on. Not just to defend herself, but to build courage, focus, and inner power. She had stopped after the move, but the lessons, the discipline, the muscle memory, they were still there, buried beneath years of fear. Clenching her fists, she felt a new determination rise. The fear, the shame, the helplessness, it all ignited something fiercer. For the first time, she didn't just want to survive, she wanted to fight back. Not out of anger, but out of proof to herself, to Tristan, and to anyone who had ever underestimated her. The girl in the dumpster was not the same girl who would walk out. Amara had thought it didn't matter anymore. But now it did. She climbed out of the dumpster, drenched and trembling not from fear, but from the surge of something powerful rising inside her. Across the courtyard, Tristan and his gang were still huddled together, doubled over with laughter. The moment their eyes met hers, the smirks faltered. There was something different in her gaze now, sharp, focused, dangerous. Tristan let out a nervous snicker. Did the trash take itself out? He jeered. That was the final straw. Amara stepped forward, each movement deliberate, calm, and strong. You think this is funny? Her voice was soft but firm, like steel wrapped in silk. Tristan rolled his eyes and reached to shove her back, but his hand never made contact. She moved faster than they could react, her stance confident, her presence commanding. In that moment, the courtyard fell silent. The laughter died on their lips. Amara didn't need to fight them to win. They already knew she wasn't someone to mess with. And as she walked away, soaked and shivering but standing tall, she realized something important. Courage isn't about being fearless. It's about rising, even when fear is all around you.